Hello and welcome to News Hour on Souq News, your home for developmental news from Nigeria and beyond. I am Grace Komolafe. Nigerian presidency has rejected the claim of pardoning the 2024 budget by an additional 3 trillion naira. This followed accusation by Senator Abdul Ningi of Bauchi Central PDP that the executive is implementing a budget other than the one approved on January 1, 2024. This came as Senate said it would meet over the matter on Tuesday using its internal mechanism and control process. According to the lawmaker, a 25 trillion naira budget was debated and passed, not the 28.7 trillion naira that is currently being implemented. However, in a statement signed by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the presidency described Ninge's claims as false, asserting that Tinubu had initially presented a 27.5 trillion naira budget to the National Assembly on November 29, 2023. It says this budget included 9.92 trillion naira for recurrent expenditure, 8.25 trillion naira for debt service, and 8.7 trillion naira for capital expenditure, contrasting Ninge's claim. The presidency emphasized that it was impossible for the Senate to have debated and passed a 25 trillion naira budget that was never presented. Following widespread reactions from private sector group, the federal government has suspended the implementation of the Expatriate Employment Levy, EEL. The decision, which was announced by the Interior Minister, also earned support from the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA. According to the government, the resolution also includes pausing the implementation of the levy for further consultations, forming a joint committee to review the EEL policy and deferring the rollout of the levy as initially proposed. Also, a human rights organization has expressed concerns about a significant increase in expatriate levies, prompting them to write an appeal to the president. In response to the suspension, analysts at KPMG described it as a welcome development, indicating that the government was responsive to stakeholders' concerns and emphasizing the importance of positive dialogue before revisiting the implementation of the EEL to protect Nigeria's interests and foster economic growth. The naira has depreciated by 4.9% last week, reaching 1,627.40 naira against the dollar despite increased internal reserves, which rose to 34.11 billion as of March 7, 2024, from $33.016 billion on January 2, 2024, marking a 2.83% year-to-date accretion. At the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, NAFEM, the naira further declined, widening the gap between it and the parallel market. Street sales closed at 1,600 naira to the dollar, while NAFEM trades range between 1,400 and 1,652. In the forward market rates declines by 1.2% to 1,600.35 naira for 1 month and by 2.1% to 1,841.52 naira for 1 year. Despite challenges, analysts anticipate the naira trade within similar bands across forex segments, supported by regulatory measures and increased foreign exchange inflows. A Nigeria Minister of State for Health, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has announced a surge in yearly nurse enrollments from 28,000 to 68,000, with a target of reaching 120,000 by year end. This initiative aims to tackle the shortage of healthcare professionals in line with government's directive for significant recruitment. Alongside the increase in nurse number, enrollment for doctors, dentists and pharmacists have also doubled, bolstering efforts to fortify the healthcare workforce and elevate service quality. Dr. Alausa also introduced new regulations regarding healthcare professionals seeking opportunities abroad, mandating resignation before pursuing overseas roles to ensure fairness and streamline transitions. This directive, issued via a presidential executive order, aims to optimize healthcare staffing and maintain a balance between individual career aspirations and national healthcare needs. Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf has implored President Bola Tinubu to reconsider the closure of Nigeria's border, citing escalating hardship faced by citizens. The prolonged closure has contributed to soaring commodity prices, exacerbating the challenges already prevalent in the country. Governor Yusuf emphasized the critical need for broader reopening, particularly to alleviate the strain during the scarce month of Ramadan. Additionally, he praised President Tinubu's intervention in the National Food Initiative and urged equitable distribution of seized food. He urged an equitable distribution of seized food items in Kano to benefit those most affected by prevailing difficulties. In response, Controller General Adewale Adeniyi affirmed the Nigerian Customs Service commitment to strengthening community ties and implementing policies aimed at addressing food scarcity hardship in the state.